Hello, this is about the code. Time is short. What is something you cannot do? Blaspheme the Holy Spirit. Why? You cannot read God's code in the Bible. The Bible is written in code that few understand. Why do I keep reading the books I wrote and learning new things? It's written in spiritual code, in the Spirit. Evil does not know the code in the Bible or in other books written. You can swear at God, you can fight with God, but you cannot blaspheme the Holy Spirit. How were Joseph and Mary warned in a dream? Matthew 2:12. After being warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed to their own country by another way. Acts 18:19. Then the Lord spoke to Paul in the night by a vision. Do not be afraid, but speak. Speak and hold not thy peace. Purpose. To soar with the eagles until our time comes to join in love with that spirit that goes beyond understanding. Why did Pastor Artur not go with the truckers? When God tells you to go, you go. To stay, you stay. Secret missions. If anyone tries to track me to harm my family, God will say, I never knew you, into the eternal fire with weeping and gnashing of teeth. Exodus 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, See, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. Moses, the ambassador of Jehovah, God, called for judgment against the Pharaoh. Satan is most dreaded to be when he is transformed into an angel of light. It is sin that turns our waters into blood. No wonder that God's anger is not turned away, but that his hand is outstretched still. Exodus 8:23, and I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be. Remember, Nebuchadnezzar needed Daniel to interpret the dream. Pharaoh needed Joseph to interpret the dream, and they both needed God to do it for them. How will evil crack that code? Matthew Henry, God, when he pleases, can arm the smallest parts of creation against us, or a small bug can take down a large, strong man. Matthew Henry 17:10. What thaws in the sun, S-O-S-S-O-N, will freeze again in the shade. Keep the light within to warm the cold heart. Some may read the Bible and come away empty because the Bible has read them, and their heart is cold and left wanting. The Spirit knows the hearts of all. Matthew 15:9. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. 18. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile a man. 2 Corinthians 8:2. How in a great trial of affliction, the abundance of their joy and their deep poverty abounded unto the riches of their liberality. And this they did as we hoped, but first gave their own selves to the Lord and unto us by the will of God. And this is, I'm going to read this. Rain on the soldiers, blood on the cross. Don't they know what Jesus did for all of us? Sweet Jesus. Rain on the crosses planted down into my yard. Would moving those trees really be so very hard? Rain on the soldiers, blood on the cross. Don't you know what they did for us? We know you're just doing your job, but that doesn't make it right. Pray that you can sleep softly on your beds tonight. Fight for what's right, I really don't give a damn, but don't step one foot upon this holy land. Rain on the soldiers, blood on the cross. Don't you know what they did for all of us? Tears in a bottle with blood you will see for our loss of our veterans' trees. Rain on the soldiers, blood on the cross. Don't you know what they did for all of us? A Bible in my hand, fighting all along, to the veterans, a humble little song. Rain on the soldiers, blood on the cross. Don't you know what they did for all of us? Planted with a heart and a soul for one another. A tree planted with love of a father or a mother. Rain on the soldiers, blood on the cross. Don't you know what sweet Jesus did for all of us? My dad and brother stood up for this land. They never asked for any helping hands. Served in the military. Veterans in the bones. Now, both of them are resting in their tombs. They cut those trees for our veterans. Thought they were better then? I'll say a prayer to Jesus Christ, and there I'll make my stand. Now, I'm going to play the mouth harp, and you can sing or hum or whatever you like. And it's going to be the one verse over 5 times. Rain on the soldiers, blood on the cross. Don't they know what sweet Jesus did for all of us?